Trading activity in New York is very quiet, but there has been some improvement in demand for sizes up to 0.7 carats. 1 caraters are facing pricing pressures. India's domestic markets are normalizing a bit after the terrorist attacks. They have some marginal improvement there for VS Plus goods under the carat. The auction houses have realized strong prices for some very special diamonds this week. Christie's London sold a 35.56 carat VS2 cushion-shaped fancy blue diamond for more than $24.3 million to Graf. Sotheby's in New York, meanwhile, sold a 36.99 carat fancy vivid yellow diamond ring for more than $2.6 million and a 15.37 carat DVS2 pear-shaped diamond for more than $1.2 million. Observations from the DTC December site are coming up. Meanwhile, Zach is here now to talk about business conditions in Israel. How are things going?
Little has changed, Jeff, as rumors persist on layoffs from some major companies here in Ramat Gan. Without a doubt, even the least affected are cutting their budgets. One diamantaire I spoke with said he's observed some demand coming from Hong Kong and that he plans to add staff. Nevertheless, everyone else here is bracing for the long-term impact of very weak demand out of the U.S. Some have said that recent price drops have helped the pipeline a little bit, but say the biggest help, short of a last-minute shopping spree in New York, would be a price drop out of the DTC. Mine output is down, consumer demand is down, but DTC still maintains that rough prices need to remain unchanged. The best news of the week, however, is a report we got from India. Sources here say that 30 to 40% of the manufacturers in Surat are now back at work. More are expected next week, and by January 1st, everyone should be back to polishing again. That's all for this week. Back to you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Zach. I will return right after this message. The Diamond Trading Company held its December site, and as expected, the estimated value of goods offered was very low. We estimate value at about $100 million, the lowest in recent memory for a site. Sources say prices remained relatively stable and there was little change in assortment of goods. One industry insider said the trading environment is, of course, very difficult and there is simply no demand right now. DTC hasn't made a major pricing adjustment since raising prices at its July site. One site holder observed a slight decrease of 2 to 4% for smaller goods. Sources aren't expecting any significant reduction in prices from DTC at least until February, though. Harry Winston third quarter sales fell 16% to $149 million. 1 year ago, they reported a loss of $7 million. This quarter, they had profits of $72 million. Now on December 10th, shares in the company soared 41% as speculators bet the diamond miner and luxury jeweler could take a greater financial interest in the Diabic mine if Rio Tinto decided to sell off the asset in order to reduce its own debt. Harry Winston holds the right of first refusal if Rio Tinto ever decided to sell its stake in Diabic. At this stage, Rio Tinto only stated it plans to reduce debt by $10 billion during the next 12 months and was reviewing its assets for profitability. In precious metals news, strong day in gold markets as the metal rose more than $20 an ounce. On the week, gold is up 4.5% to $808.50 an ounce. Platinum is up 4% to $838 an ounce. And silver pushed past $10 again. On the week, it's up almost 7% to $10.23 an ounce. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to visit diamonds.net for all the latest industry news.